Let's talk about Luke Doty. We're talking quarterbacks. Let's talk Luke Doty because it sounds like you're not quite as, I'm not going to say like I'm crazy high on Luke Doty, but it doesn't sound like you're quite as high on Luke Doty as some others. And again, it's a situation where he's only played 3 games. You can't take anything away from what he did last year because it was the Muschamp era and Mike Bobo. And I mean, I just think for people to try to draw conclusions, you know, I have fans flooding the mentions every day. Oh, he can't throw. And I think that's the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard. Like, you can't take that away from those 3 games. And like you mentioned, the quarterback battle at South Carolina, the offense and what they're going to do offensively. You mentioned the running back duo, which I want to get to in just a second. That running back room that they have, it is going to be a run-first offense. I mean, I've told everyone this all offseason. I will stick to this, and I'll make this bet with you, Mike, and anybody else wants to take it. In games where South Carolina throws the ball 30 times or more, I think they lose every one of them. Honestly, I think it's going to be 75-25 running the football. That will be the key to success for Carolina. When you look at Luke Doty's game overall, again, things you like, things you don't like, and I'm not sure if you got to watch a ton of the spring game, but Jason Brown impressed people. The transfer from St. Francis, obviously, he comes in along with his buddy E.J. Jenkins, who I think is going to be an awesome red zone threat for Carolina at 6'7.5", 6'8" or so. But he slung it around pretty well. And like I said, fans never just draw conclusions from spring games. But of course, you come out of that, oh, there's a quarterback battle. Jason Brown should be QB1, and Shane Beamer was very quick to say, Luke Doty is our guy. What do you make of the quarterback battle? Things you like, things you don't like about Luke Doty. Do you expect Luke Doty to be QB1 at South Carolina, and overall prospects of him flourishing in a Shane Beamer and Satterfield offense?
Well, I'd say the number one thing that you don't want to go back to the Will Muschamp era, but I will for a moment because it's not often that you get a 4-star quarterback that comes into a program, and all these guys are coming in with high expectations and want to be the man, and they want the reps and everything. And South Carolina needed help at receiver, and what did he do? He went out there and suited up at receiver. So, I mean, that showed me a lot more than anything else when it just comes to Luke Doty, just being a team player, being an eventual leader, which I think he has already emerged as one of the leaders for the Gamecocks. So I thought that was pretty outstanding, and just you can see why they trotted him out there at receiver. Just the speed, the power, the burst he's got. I think that could really serve Carolina well, but I don't want to say I'm sitting here doubting him, but I just put him as a question mark.
Yep.
And you'll see that's the same I have with like everybody's all over this new Alabama quarterback, Bryce Young. I'm not seeing anything from him. I mean, all these guys in that category, I'm not saying they're bad. They're just question marks to me, And, some of the decision making I thought in that Kentucky game wasn't great. But again, I think asking a true freshman to do anything last year without a spring it was just so weird last year that I don't really hold anything against any, particularly a true freshman quarterback getting thrown into the lineup. So I think just Luke Doty's playmaking ability with his legs, that stands out to me in addition to his leadership and just his ability to do whatever the coaching staff's going to ask him to do to help the team. And I think that goes a long way with a new staff, and that's probably why Shane Beamer came out and said, "You know what? He's our QB1 until proven otherwise."